team that had chased down 200 plus successfully in their last two outings has struggled to reach 140. Mumbai Indians limited to 139 for 8 after being asked to bat in Chennai, where overhead conditions did play a part. MS Dhoni did mention at the toss that rain had something to do with him choosing to bowl first. On Visit Saudi presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 timeout. Let's ask Tom Moody what we make of a total, which of course not at all in sync with what Chennai surfaces have been like so far, but should have been more still.
I think, again, a day game, it's unpredictable to know exactly how the surface is going to play out. We did expect some turn, but I certainly wasn't expecting it to be as slow as what it was. So, therefore, yeah, look, 139 for 8 is sub what they should be. I think probably a par total is around that 160 mark, given the conditions. But when you're losing the wickets that Mumbai lost at the top, it makes it very hard to sort of build a foundation to try to chase down that sort of total of 160. So really, their poor judgment early on has really cost them.
Yes, it did take a half century from Nehal Vadera for them to get there after they had slid, as Tom pointed, to 14 for 3 in the third over. The start of that game, you saw Cameron Green opening instead of Rohit Sharma. What did you make of that move?
Yeah, look, I was a little bit surprised, because the difference between batting 3 and opening is neither here nor there. And obviously, the think tank felt that small little tweak may have been the spark that Rohit Sharma needed to sort of turn his campaign around. But in a way, if anything, it throws everyone else out of sync. Cameron Green has been batting well at 3. Not that it's a major change for him to go and open. He's done it before. But I would have much rather see sort of it remain stable with Ishan Kishan and Rohit Sharma, walking out together as the opening pair.
Yes, no change in Rohit Sharma's fortunes with that change in batting position. That's 5 runs now in his last 4 innings and 184 10 innings into this campaign. Just not happening for him, is it?
Yeah, look, he's having a tough time, which can happen to, any player really. You look at the way he was dismissed today, it was nearly like, how many different ways can he find himself getting out? But again, it also indicated to me that there's a little bit of sort of cloudiness within his thinking. It's not a shot that really Rohit Sharma it's not really a go-to shot for him. Yes, he can play it when he's up and running, and if the surface provides the right sort of bounce and pace to be able to play it. But to me, if anything, it sort of highlights maybe some mental fatigue. He's just tired. And whether it's the volume of cricket he's played leading into this tournament and just the tournament itself, and the tight schedule of the tournament is catching up with him. It catches up with everyone, that sort of mental fatigue. So, hopefully he can turn it around because, it certainly, from Mumbai's perspective, they've gone from one extreme to the other with this particular performance with the bat.
And shot making in general from that top 3, you even saw Ishan Kishan try to loft one inside the power play. As you said, probably didn't assess the conditions well enough.
Yeah, again, when you're coming from surfaces where it is batting friendly, you tend to take it for granted that every surface you play on is going to be like that. So you get yourself set in a position, and your rhythm of your bat swingers remains consistent with where you've just come from. And that's, to me, the big mistake that Mumbai made in those early overs is I didn't think they respected the fact that it was a change of venue, it was a day game, and let's just take a deep breath and just absorb an over or two just to sort of see what the lay of the land is. What is this surface going to do? What is a competitive score, and how we're going to go about chasing that down instead of going out there all guns blazing, thinking that it was just going to be a replay of the last game or the game before that or the game before that. So again, that's where I feel that they sort of found themselves unstuck early on, which has hampered their ability to get a competitive score.
Given everything that happened in the top part of that innings, how highly do you rate that knock from Nehal Vadera, 22-year-old young batter, shifted up the order?
Yeah, Vadera was really impressive, I thought. Showed composure, obviously without Tilak Verma there, who I believe is ill, which is a big miss for Mumbai because he's been such a consistent contributor. But he stepped up and showed, why Mumbai have shown faith in him and invested in him. I thought he played the spin well, particularly played Jadeja well, on a wicket that you'd expect Jadeja to have a real impact or an influence. So positive signs for him, and if anything, he was really the main anchor of that innings to give them something that's half competitive.
We focused on Chennai's bowling. At the top came the positive. Deepak Chahar benefiting from shots that we have already questioned from Ishan Kishan and Rohit Sharma. But his first wickets of the season, he's only just come back from an injury layoff. Bodes well for Chennai once Deepak Chahar starts striking in the power play.
Yeah, really important. And again, he created that pressure through just some good line and length and some early movement. He got the ball to swing early. So even though, they were shots that were, probably you could put in the bracket of, reckless, he's created that pressure and the pressure from the other end from Deshpande. So both that sort of opening combination has created that opportunity for those wickets to fall, but certainly a positive sign for Chennai that Chahar is back up and running.
And then at the back end of that innings, as much as Mumbai were already lost quite a few wickets, Matisha Patirana to bowl those overs and finish with 15 runs in any situation, quite extraordinary.
Yeah, look, a brilliant performance from him. Again, with a surface like that, that is slow, that's it's not bouncing a lot. With his action, he's near on impossible to hit, but not taking anything away from his execution. His execution today was spot on. His Yorkers were right on point. His line was very good, and his change of pace was very clever. So, a great 4 overs from him, which just sort of shut the door completely on Mumbai's power hitters in Stubbs and David to be able to really try to sort of recover any sort of situation for him.
Some of those guys in the Mumbai Indians camp who've been around a while would have been reminded of their time in the nets where they faced a Lasith Malinga. Ishan Kishan mentioned that should help us when we face a Patirana, but just something about this bowler still makes it very difficult as much as you may think you're used to playing that.
Oh, look, they're very far and few between, aren't they? So, you may have faced Malinga a few years ago in the nets, but that doesn't relate to today because you haven't faced anyone since that's like that. So he's very unique in his bowling action. Therefore, it's going to take any batsman, whether you faced that type of bowling or not before, a little bit of time to adjust. He's had a very good day today. His lines were very good, and his consistency of where he is looking to, whether it was trying to nail that Yorker or hit that slower ball was spot on. So it helps, obviously, having the first 10 overs have broken the back of Mumbai, but he certainly made sure they didn't get back into the game.
140 then, 139 for Mumbai to defend. I know it's a trickier surface than usual, Chepak, but are you giving them any chance at defending this?
Yeah, I don't think it's that tricky though. I think, as I said, I think it's about a 160, so they're at least 20 short of what they should have been. But I would have thought with the quality that Chennai have got and the depth they've got, I can't see this being a problem.
It's going to take something properly special. Mumbai have had some special second innings efforts with the bat to keep them interested in that traffic jam of a points table, but they'll need something truly special with the ball this time in the second innings as they try to stop Chennai Super Kings from chasing down 140 at Chepauk. Whatever does transpire, we'll be back on here on Visit Saudi presents ESPN Cricket for T20 timeout come the end of that game, where we'll also be building up to the second game of the Saturday doubleheader, which is Delhi Capitals versus Royal Challengers Bangalore. So see you then.